this one. Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello.
We have Andrew Mercado here, and we have a Big Mac. It's
Alright, guys.
Actually, our first meeting.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Rick, as well.
Big Mac.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Mercado.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for the shout outs in the early days of my channel. I appreciate that, you know.
We gathered here today for the NAFO truck handover event. What is the phrase for what I did to you today?
You stood me up.
I stood you up.
Or you told me to meet at the main entrance, and the taxi driver took me to. There's a second main entrance to this place, so I stood outside for half an hour, being like, I feel like this is how most of my dates go. You know what I mean?
I'm so sorry.
It's all right, man. It's all right. You know.
I was just making a lot of interviews at that moment, and I forgot my fitness bracelet, which vibrates when someone is calling me. I forgot it at home.
That's why it vibrates, eh? Yeah.
It has multiple uses.
Well, not that one. It's too small.
It's okay, man. Everyone's gay in the infantry.
Well, I'm not in the infantry, luckily.
Give it time.
Give it time.
Oh shit. So we're gonna be having a stream together with Big
Hopefully
Mac
so, yeah.
in a week. Something like
Yeah.
Sunday, so in 9 days probably. And Andrew, you are meeting for the first time too, right?
Yes, we are.
We are.
I know that you.
I'm disappointed. I came here hoping Laserpig would be here.
I thought it was going to be...
I want to be your friend, Laserpig. Please be my friend.
Okay, we're like, sorry guys, I'm just seeing that
There's so much
people
sniffing
are
brigade moving.
walking around. 69 Sniffing Brigade is walking out of the room right now because they are gonna be going to the Holodomor Museum. What do you think? Should we be going?
I think we should join
I
him.
think we should join. I haven't seen it yet.
You gotta see it, man.
Because we in Starsky went there, but we only saw the outside. Right?
I've been there once before. Last year, Boris Johnson visited Ukraine, and they gave us Ukrainian service medals so we could shake hands with Boris Johnson. It's the only reason they gave us a medal. And then they cancelled it, but we did get to go up the statue of the motherland. And
Did you get to keep the medal?
I've got the medal. It's actually at Lindy Beig's house back in England.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I didn't bring it back with me. I'm not yet quite. But yeah, we got to go up to the statue of the motherland and go on top of the shield and stuff. The diagonal elevator story is true. There really is a diagonal elevator in there.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta see
So
it.
and some very sketchy staircases.
Some sketchy staircases.
Some Soviet grade health and safety staircases inside the statue, you know. So yeah, but maybe we'll get to do that again at some point, you know.
I've never been to
presidential permission only, you know what I mean?
So the motherland statue is like sketchy stairs.
They just kind of angle back and there's no safety cage, so you're like climbing up like that. And if you fall, there's nothing to catch you, so you just ragdoll all the way down the arm, basically. So yeah.
I don't know if I would do that. I'm afraid of heights personally, but I'd probably watch.
I mean, that'd just be like the best story of how I died in Ukraine. You know what I mean? He died for the motherland. Well, in the motherland statue. You know what I mean? He was drunk and slipped off a railing. You know.
So practically died off a motherland.
It's motherland. He died inside of the motherland.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be falling off, so you practically but fall inside.
Inside.
Okay, got it.
I never managed to say hi.
Okay, so Mac, I think for now we may pause the recording.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that it's nice to meet you,
And you, Rick.
and looking forward for our co-stream on next Sunday.
Yeah. Look out for it, guys. Right?
Yeah. See you. Okay, guys, this is the Holodomor Museum. Very, very dark page of Ukrainian history where Soviet Union genocided many millions of Ukrainians. I think I heard numbers about 2 to 5 million people just starved to death or shut down if they weren't willing to it's not, damn, I forgot the word, sorry. This monument is something that is still not finished. This one, main entrance is big, but I'm gonna show you something else. Let's go there, behind it. This is the second part of the complex, which is gonna be built. I think some of European countries are helping us to build it up, to finish it up. You see that big part of it. There are still cranes standing there, and they are currently working to finish it up. So this is going to be a big memorial complex. So here's the stela, and the entrance is there. Let me go there. Andrew Mercado and Big Mac are already inside. Gonna join them. This monument is very, very symbolic, and I like the art of it. You see the stork, the symbol, one of the symbols of Ukraine, in like, they are not chains. I don't know the English word for it, but you understand the meaning of it. And there's also another word that I don't know. So the entrance is here. Right now snow is covering the wheat shit, another word. Okay, I'm gonna show this to you in winter. For inclusion, we have a lift to go down there. The monument itself is located under the underground, right? And here's the entrance. There's a ladder that's leading there. So let me just walk there. And there's that famous girl standing out there. The monument of a girl. I'm gonna get closer to it a bit later. But here's the entrance. And here are Andrew and Mac standing there. So you see it says National Museum of Holodomor-genocide. National Museum of Genocide, Holodomor. So here are the guys. Hello.
Hello.
Where's the mic? I wanted to turn it on.
We turned
You
it.
wanted to say to turn it off to
We
say
turned it off to save batteries for you
Yeah, thank you.
about 10 minutes ago.
I wanted to turn it on and give this. Okay, you haven't been inside yet, right?
Oh, briefly, and then I'm waiting for a friend to turn up, and we were waiting for you as well. So.
Awesome. So,
Yeah, let's go up in the snow. Like, all of my YouTube content is me with a wall behind me, so I've had quite a lot of, this dude isn't even really in Ukraine. So, be like, it's like, yeah, it's because I actually have to protect my location and our position's location, you know?
no, you're not protecting it. Look,
Well,
you're
yeah,
next
there's
to
like-
Holodomor Museum.
Yeah. Like, by the time the Russians launch Caliber missile, we'll be in a bar somewhere, so good luck with that.
Yeah. And I'm not streaming it. I'm just gonna be posting it in a few days, so we have no problems. May I film your patches?
Yeah, sure.
Look at this one.
This is an Besna Kara. It's a kind of Ukrainian-produced delta wing, fixed wing drone. They're very good. Can go out to multiple, can go out a sort of long distance, you know, and find the orcs and bomb the orcs where they think they're safe, which I am really looking forward to doing, you know.
Nebesna Kara is translated
Divine
like
retribution, I believe.
not exactly. It is punishment from the sky.
Yeah, something I've heard: divine judgment, divine retribution, punishment from above, something like this.
Punishment from the sky is the exact translation. You can anyway translate it differently. Okay. So should we go inside?
Yeah.
Seems like you're waiting for someone.
I would be nice to wait for Ben. He's a good friend of mine, old friend from the Legion.
Let's get closer to the monument,
Okay.
to that one. Okay, I don't have much time left. Something about 30 minutes. Then gonna go to have to work.
Okay. What do you do as a civilian?
Quality assurance. You know what it is in IT.
Okay. You check the code.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, not the code itself, but like how the product works.
You know that I met a guy who was a programmer in Italy once, and he said to me that being a programmer basically means you're the bricklayer of your generation. And
yeah.
I actually think that was rather poetic and true.
Well, you know, I hate programming. This is why I've chosen just to check the product after them without getting involved into the code.
Another guy said programming's like writing an essay, but if you make one spelling mistake in the middle of it, it all means nothing, you know? Like,
Look at this. Someone gave her a chocolate bar. I think it's a bit...
It's teetering on the line between like respectful and not respectful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit, let's call it subjective, like art.
Subjective, yeah, definitely. Because on one hand, this is the monument for all
But it would appear
children starved to death.
it would appear that the little bit of wheat there is more traditional,
Yeah,
and
it
that people
is,
do
yeah.
that, but somehow the chocolate bar smacks wrong.
yeah. It really smacks wrong.
Well, let's hope that some hungry Ukrainian homeless dude takes it soon enough,
Yeah.
because that would also be appropriate and correct.
Yes. I totally agree with that. Okay. I have the glasses for Andrew here in my hand.
Yeah,
He forgot them.
it does. Yeah, for anyone who's still thinks that like the Ukrainians not being that keen on the Russians is somehow racism, this is why. If you starve a people, then they will never forget that you starved them.
Yeah.
You know,
And we'll never forget.
3 times. There wasn't just one Holodomor, there was 3. So yeah, if you starve a people to death and oppress them and make them work in your salt mines, they might just be a little bit racist towards you. It's a bit like the Irish not liking the English. They've got a point. It's a bit like the Poles not liking the Germans. They've got a point.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't just come out of thin air, you know?
Yeah, I totally agree. I have nothing to add. It's perfectly said, 100% true, and I don't know, it's just tragic that it is happening again. They are again stolen our wheat, not weed.
The bastards.
Yeah, and they're just committing their genocide again.
Yeah.
So fucking
There's
tragic. And though we have a real chance to stop them here and now, but we're at the critical point, you know, where we have a lack of US support with their shells, and we need to multiply the
I think-
FPV supplies.
I think the FPV situation really needs to change. Like one of the things that the Ukrainian government's done recently is some people were profiteering. They were bringing things into Ukraine and they were selling them on the black market. That includes FPV components and stuff. But now, if my unit gets something brought in, the people bringing this stuff in have to do 7 to 12 hours paperwork at the border. And this is when they've already got the form with the serial number from the army. That is not helping Ukraine. The Ukrainian border guard and whoever made that decision is directly working against the Ukrainian war effort at the moment. That's the brass tacks of it.
We have
And-
some diversions in
and, you
our
know,
politics.
Maybe the F-16s are going to turn up, but unless they have the tech palette package that confounds Russian air defense and radar, unless they have that tech package, we may as well have got 20 old MiGs. That's what it comes down to. If the S-300s and S-400s are good, That's why the Russian MiGs aren't flying over Ukraine with impunity, because even old Russian air defense is good. You know, that's how it is. I don't see Russian MiGs flying over Kherson. They drop the bombs 20, 30k away
Yeah.
and then peel back round and glide bomb the munition in. So unless those F-16s come with the right tech package, it won't be the riders of Rohan turning up. It will be a forlorn hope.
Yeah.
And that's the brass tacks. I also think there's a shell shortage. Now this can't be a military secret because the Russians are aware that we're not shelling the piss out of them all day long. And if any of the Eastern Bloc countries have got a bunch of 82 or 120 mortars or 122 or 152 artillery or grad rockets left over, can you just give them? Because we need them.
Yeah.
We need them. From Kherson to Kupiansk, there is a shell shortage. And once again, I'm not giving any secrets away here. The Russians know, because we're not shellacking the hell out of them all day long.
Yeah.
You know how frustrating it is to spot a Russian position and then hear that, sorry, we just don't have the munitions for that right now.
That's,
You know what I mean?
ah.
So yeah, we don't need F-16s in 6 months' time. We need shells now. Simple as that.
Yeah, man. I would say Slava to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
To the munition that we don't have. We'll get through this. We're gonna get to better times. I'm really sure.
I'm staying even if it ends up partisan. This is my country now.
Yeah.
It's done more for me than England ever has. So yeah, you know.
Thank you for that, man. Shall we go check?
Yeah,
on them?
I think my friend's just turning up now. So
Okay, check on a friend. I'll check on the museum.
is this the museum inside here?
Can you press? Can you open it? Well, maybe. Yeah, it looks like one. Yeah, it is. So
Okay.
he's inside already.
There must be another entrance.
There is one from one other side. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I wonder if I should put this on pause.
Yeah, let's
I
pause
should
it for a
really.
sec.
Guys, so this is the Holodomor Museum. I'm not gonna be speaking loud because there's guide going. No, guide is talking. That's probably how I should say it. This place is like you definitely must visit when you come to Ukraine. It shows the history of Holodomors, and you see there's actually like the stand for the modern genocide. Like, for example, this photo from Bucha, from mass grave, and the cross from one of the graves, and the particle of the rocket that was hidden Ukraine. And this, you know, we all know this picture from Irpin's bridge, I think it is. Yeah, and it's really dark what
Are you shut?
damn
The fuck up.
Soviets, which Russians are also,
What are you listening to?
did to us.
You pick up my fucking signals
to
when I
our
told you
country.
to shut up. Stop
There are
having
books
me
in here,
in my fucking ear.
and in these books
Fucking cunt.
it says the People's Book of Memory of the Victims of Holodomor of 32nd, 33rd years in Ukraine. And in each book there is there are names of people who were starved to death from different villages here. For example, Selo Zastugna, Selo Maryanivka. You see there are different regions like oblasts and then districts of those oblasts, and they are listed in here. There are many books, from thin ones to very thick ones. Look at this. This book is like 10 centimeters thick. this is actually something that people were eating during those times. They were eating scratches from the trees. I don't know the word for it, but this is crazy. And on each stand, there's something. These are actually the leftovers from the tree that was cut. You know how that. Also don't know the word, but you can understand. And there are all these books of names of people who were destroyed by Soviet Union. These are the boxes, ammunition boxes. No. And this one says Russification in occupied territories.
Committed to
I might
this,
put this on
and then I will try and
pause
convince
and read it.
Mikado at least to
Shake
come with for a drink.
Yeah, but and there's a QR code in here.
It's got to find a way
You can also
to
try to
socially
scan it.
itself from the like.
The acoustics is amazing in here.
Are all
There's some ugly stuff from Russia. Their
so
ugly rug, which they call a flag, is also in here in this box. In this museum, this is not just the history of Holodomor, but there's also a history of Ukrainian tradition, of Ukrainian. How do you call this? Okay, working tools. Like this is a boat that Ukrainians were producing, and what Soviets did, they not just taking all the food from people, but they took all the tools that people were producing, not just the food products with, not producing, but you know what I mean. They were transforming them into food. They took all the tools for making anything, for making. Soviets. What they did, Mac has joined me here. What Soviets did, they were not just taking food from people. They took the tools to produce.
Yeah.
They
tools of
to
freedom.
plow, to then smash the grain. How do you call this?
Before, the thrashing machines or thrashers. So essentially, before stealing washing machines, they stole they literally stole the means of production.
Yeah. Well, people couldn't produce food for themselves. Everything is written in here. You guys, when you visit Ukraine, you gotta come to this museum and see how many names are written in these books. You can see the clothes the national clothes in here is also, but all these lives were taken by the Soviet regime, which is actually the same regime that is attacking Ukraine these days. Nothing has changed.
Things never do. They just rebrand.
That's what people were also eating during those days. They had no food, so they had
Acorns.
We
used to do that in the British Army on our survival exercises. And then years later, I was in a fancy vegan restaurant in Berlin, and they had an acorn salad. I'm like, who are you kidding? Who are you kidding? You know, do you sell worm stew as well? Because I've eaten that in my time.
So there's another tool of what could it be used for? I see no sign in here.
Some kind of press.
Yeah.
I believe. I figure that's some kind of press, but I honestly don't know.
Yeah, but this wasn't just stealing food from people.
Something for winding thread, I guess. I figure you'd wind thread, and then the thread would come off that onto something like that. I figure so. So
Look at
that's like
this.
a form of spool.
There's another type of. Oh my God, this was really stupid. Yeah, but I just wanted to show you the tool of producing the fabric. Yeah, I'm gonna be super careful now. It is covered with a modern one, but you know what it is. Okay, so the clothes. This was, how do you call the material, the fabric which is made of?
That's linen, I believe.
Linen, yes.
Yeah.
Linen clothes was, I think, the most common in Ukraine.
Used to be very popular before cotton became readily available. Apparently there's something about it, when you mill it, it creates a lot of dust and it's very flammable dust, so it's quite an explosive.
Linen?
Yeah. There was a big tragedy in Ireland where a linen mill basically exploded because they didn't have correct dust extraction, and lots of people got trapped on the roof and couldn't get out and burned. So they changed the whole industry
crazy.
after that. Yeah, the Irish, we did similar things to the Irish that the Russians did to you, just on a smaller scale.
That's the center of the monument, and we're beneath the tower on top. You see, it is pretty tall, but it's hard to see it from the camera.
Yeah, they could do with getting a window cleaner in for that.
I think it's not that easy to clean them.
No, you'd need to be all Tom Cruise and come down like on Mission Impossible.
Yeah, you're totally right. That's some sculpture, a wooden one. I think it's a Jesus, from the cross somewhere. A wooden Jesus.
So that my friend Ben has found this.
I am gonna go and listen a bit to the guide. Thank you for watching, and
We're in the wrong.
please come here someday. Please know more about this. And being here is realizing much more than just reading about it. The bread, the spoon. And this is the trophy from the modern war. And these are from the days of attacks on our infrastructure last year. Interesting. What is this? It looks like part of a propeller of some sort. But yeah, here are the strikes on our infrastructure, the map of the strikes. This museum is the Museum of Genocide. This is why it is showing not only the genocide of the past, but the genocide of the present as well, which is the Russian aggression. And here's a, I don't know the word, maquette of how this museum, the other part that I was showing to you before, how it will look. So yeah, the glass is reflecting a bit, but here it is. It's going to be a bridge that's going to be leading to a much bigger one. When it's going to be built, I'm definitely going to go there and show this to you. More tools that were taken away from Ukrainians. And here are the croissants. I don't know the story of them, but here they are, burned croissants. Okay, that's it, guys. Please keep supporting Ukraine, and someday genocide will stop. I have no doubt that you will keep supporting Ukraine. So when I say it, it doesn't mean that I have any doubts in it. You just keep being you, keep being amazing. Thank you, guys. I'm blessed to have you. Just wanted to tell you thank you very much.
All right. It's meant to be like a 45-minute thing, so I reckon they're like 25